Yeah. Live with Ches, we up next. Live with Ches, sports for the best. Live with Ches, live up next. Live with Ches, we're the best. Live with Ches, live up next.
Hello. I'm your humble host, Cameron Chester, and it's Live with Ches. Today we're doing our soccer update. Let's get right into it. Crystal Palace and Oliver Glasner will be in contact again in order to agree on a contract as the German manager wants the job. Negotiations are ongoing right now with Roy Hodgson expected to leave the club with immediate effect in that case. So, Arsenal must pay around £60 million to sign Pedro Neto from Wolves as they look to fight off competition from other Premier League teams to sign him. Manchester City's manager Pep Guardiola has just revealed Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, and Josko Gvardiol are all dealing with injuries right now. Silva and Gvardiol are dealing with ankle injuries, and Grealish is dealing with a muscle problem. Kylian Mbappe has now informed PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi that he will leave the club as a free agent. The terms of the departure are yet to be fully agreed, but he will leave in Paris in the summer. Brentford has announced the signing of Igor Diago from Club Brugge on a 5-year contract for a transfer fee around £30 million, and he will join on the 1st of July. This comes after speculation of Ivan Toney leaving Brentford in the summer. Toney has scored 3 goals so far in his return after his ban, and he still has interest from Chelsea and Arsenal. Trent Alexander-Arnold is set to miss the Carabao Cup final with Chelsea after aggravating an existing knee injury. Dominic Szoboszlai is also thought to be doubtful for the cup final as he's continuing the treatment for his hamstring issue. Champions League games this past week. Immobile scored a 69th minute penalty to earn his host, Lazio, a 1-0 victory over 10-man Bayern Munich on Wednesday in the Champions League round of 16. Immobile converted his penalty after Bayern defender Dayot Upamecano created a challenge on Gustav Isaacson and was later sent off with a red card. Goals by Kylian Mbappe and Bradley Barcola secured PSG a hard-fought 2-0 win versus Real Sociedad. Man City had a little scare against FC Copenhagen but came back on top 3-1 in the first leg, and Phil Foden scored a late goal to make sure they had a 2-goal cushion for the second leg. Real Madrid Brahim Diaz scored a stunning goal after a solo run as they beat host RB Leipzig 1-0 and took a clear advantage into the next leg. Goalkeeper Andre Lunin then came to the rescue with so many saves to protect the lead and made it 7 straight wins in the competition this season. Now let's talk about the Europa League. AC Milan defeated Rennes 3-0. Feyenoord drawed 1-1 with AS Roma. Shakhtar drawed 2-2 with Marseille. Sporting defeated Young Boys 3-1. Benfica defeated Toulouse 2-1. Lens drawed 1-1 with Freiburg. Now let's talk about other games that happened in the past week. Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 3-1 thanks to goals from Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. Conor Gallagher returned to Crystal Palace and scored 2 goals, helping Chelsea secure 3 points and took them up to 10th place in the standings. Arsenal manhandled West Ham 6-0, and they are back into the title race. William Saliba, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel, and Trossard. Now, the punishing thing also in the situation was Declan Rice scored. He didn't celebrate, but he scored, and that got to sting a little bit for West Ham fans. So Scott McTominay came on as a sub and scored a late winner for Manchester United as they inch closer up the Premier League table. They got a 2-1 win against Aston Villa, who are currently in 5th place right now. Ten Hag's United are in 6th place right now with 41 points after their 3rd consecutive victory. Erling Haaland scored a brace with his first goal since his return from injury and helped Man City to a 2-0 victory over Everton, who are facing relegation right now. Liverpool reclaimed top spot in the Premier League with a 3-1 win over Burnley at Anfield. Liverpool are on 54 points, 2 clear of Man City, who have a game in hand. Burnley remains second from bottom on 13 points also. It's not looking good for Vincent Kompany and his team right now, but hopefully something turns around over there. Goals from Diego Jota and Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez helped Liverpool secure those 3 points. Tottenham Hotspurs moved back into the Premier League's top 4 after a 2-1 home win over Brighton. Brennan Johnson and Pape Sarr scored for the Spurs. Pascal Groves scored for Brighton. Newcastle held off a comeback from Nottingham Forest to win 3-2 at City's ground. Bruno Ramirez and Fabian Scar scored for the Magpies. A really nice assist from Rafael to Theo Hernandez was enough for a game-sealing goal for a 1-0 victory for AC Milan over reigning champs Napoli. Leaders Inter Milan came back from behind and beat AS Roma 4-2, and that kind of ending Danilo De Rossi's winning start at the capital club. Francisco Acerbi, Marcus Thuram, Alessandro Bastoni scored for Inter. That includes an own goal from Angelino. And so for AS Roma, Gianluca Mancini and Stefan Al-Shaarawy scored for AS Roma. Bundesliga's leaders Bayern Leverkusen outplayed Bayern Munich for a 3-0 victory on Saturday that set them 5 points clear at the top of the league and put them firmly in charge for the title race. Goals from Josip Stanisic, Alejandro Grimaldo, and Jeremy Frimpong helped Leverkusen. Bayern, chasing their 12th straight league crown, were nowhere to be seen and managed only a single shot on target over 90 minutes. Barcelona youngster and winger Lamine Yamal shined and scored a brace in their recent game against Granada, but Barcelona couldn't find a way to win and they draw 3-3 with Granada. Jude Bellingham scored a brace, and goals from Vinicius and Rodrigo gave Real Madrid a crushing 4-0 win against second place Girona on Saturday, extending Real Madrid's lead at the top of the table to 5 points. And that's gonna be all, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. List everything, any comment, anything you gotta say in the comments down below, and please subscribe. It's been Live with Ches.
Sports for the fans. Live with Ches, live up next.